Bam, aka Cayman. I know him as Cayman because it's my friend.
Don't do that.
Come on, they're gonna look it up anyways.
When?
I don't know.
I don't have a Wikipedia.
Not yet. You can make Wikipedia off of anything, whatever you want.
I can make my own Wikipedia, I guess.
You really can.
I mean, yeah.
So we gonna make a Wikipedia. But nah, so basically, I invited Bam Alexander here because we are friends and he's a very talented rapper. And he's originally from Tampa, Florida, but he reps County Kids, which also represents Moco, right?
Yeah, I am from Montgomery County.
So what age did you come to Maryland?
We moved to Maryland when I was 6, right before I turned 6. Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
And what was your experience like growing up in Florida versus like Maryland?
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember, I guess, too much about what it was like living in Florida. Like, most of my relationship with Florida is going back for vacations and stuff. But, like, I don't know. Like, I definitely remember the weather. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really experience, like, a northern cold till I came to Maryland for the first time. That was the biggest difference, though. I mean, and then besides being away from my family and everything, I still have a lot of family in Florida. But, I don't know. I mean, being close to the beach was cool. All that sort of stuff. Just like that typical like movie growing up where you got all your cousins and everything like that.
Like real Florida.
I had that there.
Florida's different.
And
yeah. I mean, that's exciting. Only time I've been to Florida was like Orlando and Miami type shit. I've never been to Tampa though.
Yeah, it's not a big tourist area now. They're trying to develop it. There's a lot of money being invested into the city right now. But yeah, I mean, Miami is the really big area that people go to in Florida, obviously, and then people go to Orlando for Disney and stuff like that.
I be feeling like Long Island's low-key the same though, because it's Long Island. People don't really come to Long Island. They go to New York City.
Right.
So, like, it's pretty similar. Like, I hung out a lot with people in the city because a lot of my family lives in, like, the Bronx and whatever. But me, my mother, my father, my sister was the only one to go to Long Island. So, it was different growing up. I don't like Long Island. I love Long Island, but I don't like Long Island. But I had a lot of experiences in, like, the Bronx just because my family was there, my cousins was there, so... I get, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm a transplant, like, everywhere I go, for real, so.
Yeah.
I kind of get what you're saying. I'm a county kid, but just, like, in New York.
That's the thing about County Kids is it's not necessarily just about Montgomery County or, you know what I mean? Like, the reason we called it County Kids was because it can kind of transcend no matter where you're from. If you're from a suburban area, you know what I mean? Like, not necessarily connected to a city, a major city. That's what it's about. So, like, you know, not feeling like you have to attach yourself to that. There's a lot of people who might be in Long Island who's like, oh yeah, I'm from New York. Like, you know what I mean? The same way as a lot of people in the counties around Maryland who might want to be like, hell yeah, I'm from DC or I'm from Baltimore. But you don't have to do that. Yeah,
I feel you. I mean...
Be happy where you're from. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's a part of you.
I'm from Hempstead, Long Island.
You know, I feel like it sounds much cooler for me to say I'm from Florida or I'm from Tampa, but like...
Yeah, like...
You know, a lot of my development was in Maryland.
So what would you say, like, high school was like?
High school was dope, honestly. Like, I know a lot of people talk about how much they hated high school and how miserable they were, but... I really enjoyed high school. It was a dope time.
What were you like into? Anything creatively? Because I know you and music go way back.
Yeah, I mean that's when it started. Was high school, I guess. I always was just a big fan of music growing up, and that's just something my father kind of instilled in me. But when I got to high school, and you know, some of my more musical friends started figuring some stuff out. You know, we figured out how to record and how to make beats, you know what I'm saying? And then we just started messing around with it and, you know, just doing stuff for fun. I had a group of friends who were in a reggae band. I don't even know if reggae is the right term for it. It's like, I don't know, you call it like American dub fusion, something maybe, I don't know. But, you know what I mean? Like I was jamming with them, you know, rapped a couple songs with them, and that's when I kind of got the bug for it. Mm-hmm. But never really took it serious, I guess. You know what I mean? It was just something fun to do.
Yeah. Until 2018.
Yeah, I mean, you know, 2018. I decided, you know, if I can make a tape, I'll be a rapper, and then we made WISSIMI, and I was like, all right, I can be a rapper now.
Yeah, I remember that. I still have like little videos because you know Snapchat got all the old videos. So I put in my Snapchat and I saw it was like me and Kay. We was against y'all had the balloons on the wall and it had the little boomerang thing. And I was like, damn, that was mad long ago.
Yeah, those memories be popping up on my phone. I'm like, damn, it does feel like forever ago, but realistically, it was like 3 years.
Yeah.
But that's a long time though, if you think about it. A lot happened in 3 years.
A lot has happened in 3 years.
Exactly.
I still don't think it's been a long time.
So,
that 3 years was quick.
Yeah. So do you feel like you releasing music then? Do you feel different then than how you feel now? Like, do you get any like nervous jitters or about anything?
From 2018 to now?
Yeah.
I think the nerves more so come out when like I'm like allowing people to listen to it in front of me for the first time, depending on who it is, of course. Like, you know, some of the homies, I'm just more so like excited for them to hear it, but sometimes like there'll be people who I, you know, just am like interested to see what they think, or maybe I don't know them that well, and they're listening to it, and I'm just like sitting there like, and like maybe not even consciously thinking about it, but then I'll feel my heart's kind of racing, or I'm breathing kind of heavy. But I mean, as far as releasing the music, like by the time I release stuff, I've probably had it for so long that I'm just ready for it to be out there. I'm ready to share it, so I don't necessarily get nervous with the releases. That's more so like anxiousness, like to have it out.
I feel you. I know you dropped some singles last year because it was quarantine. Speaking of quarantine, how was that for you as a creative? Because I know a lot of people, they kind of had like two ends of a spectrum, or people who just like got super creative and that got into their work in like overdrive, and then there's people who just was like shut down, like just nothing coming to them. So like, what end would you say you were on?
I had both experiences. So there was maybe like the first week of quarantine, I sat there and I didn't do anything but just like watch TV. Like, that whole first week, I was just like, ugh. And then it was after that first week that I made the song Day 7 that I ended up releasing on SoundCloud. And that's when I was like, dude, we got all this time. Like, we're in the house. I need to be productive. I need to go do something, right? I need to make music. Like, this is what I'm trying to do. So we had a little role of that. You know, we were releasing the singles, and we did like 3 singles. Rolled those all out, and you know, that was cool. And then, you know, life just kind of struck, and you know, just dealing with certain things personally, and you know, my own stresses and things like that, mixed with kind of being able to just hide in the house. That's kind of what I was doing for a little bit, and just didn't really want to be outside or talk to anybody, you know what I mean? And then that went on for a little bit, and then somewhere out of that, I was just like, this is not cool, this is a waste of time. You know, even outside of the music, like, you know, it was a waste of time, and it was a lack of productivity. So I was just like, nah. And then just having certain conversations with Jalen. Shout out to Jalen Muggs, of course. We kind of got the ball rolling again with the music. We built some steam through the quarantine. You know, just we started making some music that really felt like it was fitting the mold of what we were trying to do. You know, we already had certain plans and certain concepts and things like that. We just hadn't necessarily tapped all the way into it yet. And so then that's when that began. And then, you know, through the rest of quarantine, it's been, you know, pretty productive, pretty it's been slow. You know, that kind of frustrates you at a moment, but you know, we press through it, and you know, just kind of accepting everything in its time and controlling what I can control.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I feel like a lot of us kind of had the same exact quarantine because we came from a place where not a single person on this planet knew what the hell was going on or what was next. Like, I think that was the first time in anybody's life that everyone was like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Nobody was spared. So it was
total confusion.
Yeah, so it was a lot. It was a big change for all of us personally and like work-wise. And I think us as a society, we recognize a lot of things differently, especially with, you know, protests and things going on, but not even just in this country, actually all over, you know? You kind of look at things in a different perspective, and then you look at yourself in a different perspective, like, what am I doing? And, you know, you have to allow yourself that time to kind of, like, chill back and, like, not do anything. Sometimes you have to do that, because as human beings, you can't just always be, like, going, you're going to burn out.
Right.
Like, that's just how it is. So you have to take those breaks. It not necessarily means you have to like stop doing anything completely, but you know, allow yourself, you know, some R&R. You know, you gotta get your nails done or something, like little things. You have to make sure you include those little things. So I think we learn how to prioritize as well. You know, we know when it's like, all right, like let's get time to get some stuff going, like this.
Right.
I was like, all right, all of March, I was like, I need to build this. I was like, I gotta get things going because I was chilling. It's February. It's my birthday. I was chilling. And in March, I was like, nah, I gotta focus. And I was like, I gotta do what I gotta do to at least get this out.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm turning 25 next year. I gotta have this shit. That's how I felt. And then I went to like locomotive. I was like, boom. So I think I'm about to slow down just a little bit, just because I gotta plan some other things.
Yeah.
But like,
now you have a foundation.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing out of quarantine in terms of like creativity and like just, you know, productivity. I feel like we all generally share that same sentiment of like times of like not really doing anything, but then like overdrive. Yeah. So I know you mentioned working with Jalen, and I actually in my last interview I preached about collaboration. You know, working with other people. You know, having multiple ideas into one, how it could become something way greater, as we've seen. So what is working with Jalen like? Because that man there does it all.
What is it like working with Jalen?
Honestly, too, I don't want the textbook answer.
No, I mean, there's only one answer. I'm just trying to figure out how to say it. Like, but it never ceases to amaze me. I'll say that. Like, it just, I think we constantly surprise ourselves with certain things that we do, and we surprise each other. And you know what I mean? It just feels like it was meant to be, you know what I mean? That might sound a little cliche, but like, it's very, very organic between us. We don't really have to force anything. We really don't even have to use words a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, we'll think the same thing at the same time, or you know, I'll say something and he'll be like, oh yeah, I was already thinking that. So it's very organic. That's what I can say about it. You know, very blessed to have been able to form that bond and develop it the way that we have, to where we can create the way that we do now.
Yeah, that's what's up. Cause he really is like, y'all together like a ball in one. It just like fits perfectly. It's like very well put together, and it's just tough.
Thank you.
Like in the most unbiased way. Like it's really tough. Like I'm
trying.
Cause I didn't see some other stuff. You know, I give everyone their time to be creative and to, you know, work on their craft. But there's some stuff that has been put out, and I'm just like, you should have held it just a little longer. Maybe changed a thing or two. But you know, you put out quality. Like nothing ever is unfinished, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially with this next time coming up. We'll get on that in a little bit. So your video for Popovich. Let's go into that, cause that looked fun.
running drills like I'm supposed to. Boozle got a wild style, spit it like I'm cold crush. How they do the most and get to thinking they the most tough. Rappers fake as fuck cause they think that's gon' get the most love. Something smelling fishy got me moving with my nose plugged. Real rap entitlement, I'm rapping with my nose up. Country still in shambles, man, we should've kept it closed up. Now when I hear Zoom, I ain't thinking about getting close up. Socially distant, emotionally even farther. I drown myself in the journey, can't rush the course that I'm charting. I rock and I roll regardless, I promise to go the hardest. You reap just what you sow and it's almost time for the harvest. Sheesh.
Was that planned or like?
What do you mean was it planned?
Like in the snow and all of that.
I mean, how? How could we plan?
So y'all was just like.
I knew we were gonna be where we were, and I knew what time of year it was, but I didn't necessarily know it was gonna snow or that it had already snowed. But we knew we were gonna shoot the video that weekend.
Oh, so regardless of the snow.
Yeah, it just worked.
Oh, I thought it was a thing of like, oh, it's gonna snow this weekend.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't even know if you can get that Airbnb on that short notice.
I think you can. I don't know. I don't know.
People book them joints. I don't know if you're getting that on a week's notice.
I don't know. It's always shit on Airbnb.
I don't know the joint we was at.
Anyways. It was dope. It's the video that was in like the little promo for Up Next. It was that one. I should go check it out. And speaking of that, y'all got some upcoming things, sir. Mm-hmm. What's going on?
What can I talk about?
Come on, you gotta give me something.
All right. Well, I don't know when this will be provided to the public. There will be another single release by Bam Alexander, myself, releasing a song called Plug, just sort of a loosey single, something to feed the streets for a moment while I continue working on some things that I'm working on. So that's coming out, and then there will be some other things coming in the very near future. Just dotting some T's and crossing some I's. You feel me?
Oh, excuse me. It sounds professional. Oh, I'm excited. Crossing T's and dotting I's.
Yeah. I'm different.
All right, we're gonna move on. All right, so you're stuck on the island for 6 months. What are 3 things that you're bringing?
Now, is there a limit to the amount of things that I'm bringing? I have to make this
3?
I have to make this a practical thing.
1, 2, 3?
No, 3 things, but like.
Don't be extra.
An endless supply of those 3 things?
No.
So if I said lotion, it's
3.
1 bottle of lotion.
Yes.
For 6 months.
Hey.
I can't think of anything that'll last me 6 months. So.
All right, we'll put it at a month.
A month.
We'll dumb it down. A month. Dumbing not a lot. A month is.
I still don't even know if I could survive off 3 things for a month.
Gotta choose wisely.
Yeah.
You could.
Like a water filter. Like some sort of Brita situation.
Okay.
Sunblock, because I don't have a lot of defense here. And
it's always a hard question.
The final one's gonna be tough because
knife.
I can say
A
like
knife.
Yeah, how you gonna chop wood?
there's really no right way to answer this question.
Pick anything.
You're always gonna maybe like some sort of Swiss Army tool. Yeah.
So your Swiss Army tool.
Regardless, the point is I wouldn't survive. It just wouldn't. I'm not that guy. I'm not surviving nowhere.
I'm dead.
Without essentials for any period of time.
So honestly, nah. Well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me today. This is dope. This is fun. Yay. Everyone go check out his music. Everything's already on the website. So go look at the website Go share the website, all that good stuff. Thank you.
And
Sheesh. Yeah, sheesh. Boom.
And know that I got it, my story in ink, it's all over my body. I ride through the county, a baddie said shoddy. The windows is tinted, she giving me toppy. I just booked a flight for my brother, it's up now. Told him we locked in, soon as he touched down. Russell the beast mode, this shit a touchdown. I've been ducked off in the cup for some months now.